Today's concepts are email templates and processing. So yesterday we have seen the workflow. Okay, to recap that, a workflow is an automated business process which is used to perform four types of actions like email alert, field update, task creation, and outbound messages. Okay, so whenever a record is created or updated, the workflow will be executed. And then there are two types of criteria. One is evolution criteria and rule criteria. Rule criteria is nothing but a condition that determines that when the workflow should be executed, and it says some conditions. For adding the conditions, you should know the functions. Okay, and there is evolution criteria. What is the evolution criteria? Evolution criteria determines that on which event the workflow should be executed. That means if when the record is created or updated, how it should be executed. There are three types of evolution criteria. One is created, second one is created and every time it's edited, and third one is created and any time it's edited to subsequently meet the criteria. So we have already discussed all of these three things, right? And there are two types of actions in workflow, like immediate actions and time dependent actions. So immediate actions will be executed immediately after executing the workflow. Okay, the time dependent actions will be executed based on the scheduled time. The time dependent actions we can add on the two evolution criteria only, on the first and third evolution criteria. First one is created, third one is created and any time it's edited to subsequently meet the criteria. On these two evolution criteria we can add the time dependent actions. Okay, so maximum active workflows per object is 50. Okay, how many actions can be added into a workflow? Maximum 40 actions can be added into workflows. Okay, 10 email alerts, 10 field updates, 10 outbound message and 10 task creations. Okay, and maximum 10 time triggers can be added per workflow. This is about workflow. Okay, so if you want to execute the workflow for existing records, you have to do the dummy update and you have to select the second evolution criteria. That's called created or edited anytime, or created and anytime, every time it's edited. That's what the second evolution criteria. Okay, so yesterday we have created a workflow which sends an email like welcome email to the end user, but the format was not good. Means there was some junk data we have sent, or let's say incorrect email we have sent, right? So today let's see how can we design the email templates. Okay, so email template is it's a template how the body of email should be displayed to the end user. Let's say if you take any email, what it should be, there should be two and then subject, right, and then body part will be there. So how do you want to design that email template? What should be the subject and what should be the body? Okay, so to check that, what you can do is you can create email template. Here just go to the email template. There are classic email templates and lightning email templates. You can use whatever you want. So mostly use the classic email templates. This is just for folder creation. You can create a folder or share the folder, whatever it is created for email templates. Okay, so if you want to create email templates, here this for lightning experience. Here I think you cannot create the email template. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so here you can create email templates like this. Okay, series. Now let's see how can we create the classic email templates. So here, so why I want to show first is yesterday we have added this email template to the welcome email. Now let's create a small email template. Okay, so there are four types of email templates: text, okay, then HTML with the letterhead, custom, and visual force. Okay, so text email template means it's just however we can write the way, and then HTML using letterhead, you know the letterhead, right? Means, so starting it will be the company name and phone number, something like this. On top of that also we can have something, then in middle of that you can have, so if you see any offer letter somewhere else, then you can observe that on top of that logo will be there, something will be there. It's called letterhead. Okay, and then custom, so without using letterhead, classic letterhead. And HTML means you can use the HTML tags also inside the email template. You can use the tags, HTML tags like div tag or table tag. So a lot of things are there. Then visual force tag means using the visual force also you can build your own visual force email template. That also can be used in the email alerts. Okay. For now, let me create the text. Okay, so here you have to make the checkbox true, then only you will be available. It will be available for selection in the email alert. Okay, now student welcome email. Okay, so here the subject is required, right? So I just need to have student name colon welcome email. Okay, or let's say welcome then colon, like this. I just need to have welcome colon. Then here I need the name of the student. Okay, so name of the student will be on the student record, right? So what you can do is here you can select the field of student. Here what you can do is you can select whatever it is required. Here student name, just copy the syntax. The same syntax we can use in the visual force and lightning pages as well. Okay, here welcome. Okay, now here however you want to do. Okay, so welcome to the, now let's say you want to display the university name. Here what you can do is university. Okay, and please find your fee details below. Okay, first one. So this means you can merge any field. Merging. Okay, so student fee. You can give like this. Okay, you can give any number of things. Use. Then who creates the record? If you want, you can give their name or somewhere. Okay, so if you want to say who creates the record, their name, then what you can do is select created by. Okay, so once you save it, let's say you want to see how the record will be displayed. Say sample. Use the send test and verify merge fields. Select the student fee, student. First, what you need to do is here, if you observe that allow activities is unchecked, right? So I use this, then only if you allow activities, then in email alerts task creation will be enabled, otherwise it won't. Okay, and then okay, so this one allow reporting is not required, this are also not required, just use save. Use this now, send and test verify match fields. Now here student is displayed. Now select any student whose email address already there. Okay, this one. Send preview to this email address. Just click on OK. Now if you see that, see here, welcome, then colon student name, then here you have hi student name, welcome to the specific university, please find your fee details below. So here it shows like this, and yours, whatever, who creates the record, Salesforce writing, so that it is displayed like this. Okay, so any confusion or any questions on this? Sure. Okay, so now how this email templates will work. Let's see how the lightning email templates work. Actually, if the system administrator or some other user, if they want to create email templates, if they want to create a classic email template, they should have admin permissions or some specified permissions, and they should go to the setup. But if you want to create email templates, then you can go to the tab, email templates tab. There you can create the folder, or they can create the email templates as well. Now let's create email template. So on which object? Say you want to select student. Want to add, you can add the email giving test. when the record is created, I'm going to send the welcome email. And edit. Now here, select the email template. Student welcome email. Now when the record is created, if the student fee is greater than 5,000, then automatically the email will be sent. I have a question, where can we use the Lightning email templates? I'll explain it later, don't worry. Okay, so this is the email address.
Are we able to create this email address any of the object?
Email?
Are we able to create this?
You can create the email templates for any object, either it may be custom object or it may be standard object. But Lightning email templates, I have to look into it. So I will do some research on that and I'll explain. Okay? So even I have not came across that email templates, Lightning email templates. Okay? Then, so that's about the workflow email edit. And there you have letterhead also. So how can you create the letterhead? Letterhead, classic letterheads. Okay, then so what is the letterhead? You know that the letterhead means company logo will be there, some graphics and headers, footers will be there. Those are called the next. Design your own email templates, sorry, letterheads here. Something you can give like this and save it. If you don't make it available for use, then you cannot use the letterhead. Make sure. So here, if you see this added background color, if you want to select different color rather than this, if you want to add logo, so the logo also can be added if you upload some document or the logo file into the my documents. Okay, so otherwise it will not be available. So if you want, let me add some logo somewhere else. classic version. Documents. New document. Let's say I'm giving logo. Okay. External available. My personal browser. Keywords, if you want, you can add it. Then now go to the version of Lightning. So some features are not available in Lightning still, like document creation, library creations, and we have some lot of things else. Okay, that cannot be done through the Lightning environment. So in those cases, you have to switch to Classic, and you have to do that. Okay, so here we have created that. Here you can, if you want, you can add the logo after uploading to the documents. Okay, it displays like this. Okay, so if you want, I'm not sure whether you can resize. Okay, so if you want, just remove it. I'm showing you for your reference. Okay, you can just upload small kind of logo and then you can use that. Okay, so top line, body colors, whatever you want, you can edit it. Okay, so bottom line color or middle line color, do this. Okay, resizing or something, whatever you want, you can do it. So if you preview it, how it displays like this. Okay, as we have not added any logo or something, it displays plain. Okay, so here let me save it. Then go for email alerts. Okay, so here if you select a new email template and then you use HTML using classic version. So here you have to give letter. Okay, so here you have to select the letterhead. Then layout, how the layout should be once you receive the email. So how it should be displayed, like free form letter, formal letter, promotion, newsletter, products, whatever it is. You can use this formal letter, something around it. Okay, then what should be the subject, same as it is. So if they ask you to design the layout and the letterhead, then they will give end-to-end requirements. What should be the color? What should be the logo? And what should be the bottom line? What should be the middle line? What should be the top line? Everything they will give it. What should be in the body, everything they will give it. So you just need to add that. Okay, so once you have done, so what you can do is you can add the content here. Okay, and then here and here, this is like test. If you want to merge your fields, means however we have selected the fees and other details, so you can select here student fee and then get it. Okay, so let's say if you want to show some font size like extra or in the text color or something, you can use these things like bold or however you want, you can use this. Okay, so this is how you have to design this one. Next. Okay, so I have selected from the let's test and merge fields. So why I'm sending this one? If I want to test this workflow, I need to go to the object. I need to create the record again, right? So because we have given that this when the record is created and the condition. Okay, so instead of that, if you want to test that the letterhead email template or any other email template, you can use that test and verify merge fields. If there are any uh, mistakes or if there are any issues with that letterhead or email template, it will show the error there itself. But if you try to test from creating the record, it never gives the uh, error information, it won't give, but email will not be delivered. So user will keep on saying that I am not receiving the email, I am not receiving the email. You don't know where the error is. If you use that test and verify merge fields, there itself it says that yes, this field is not readable, this field is not writable, and that's why it is not sending the email. There's some error message there, it will give there itself. That's why the developer should test and verify the merge field after creating the email template. Okay, be careful of that. So once you verify that, then you must come across that how it is displaying. This is the text content and body is this. Okay, so subject however we have already created. Okay, so then you have custom email template. Custom email template means using just simple syntaxes and others. So you just try that. Visual Force, you ignore it and remind me when we discuss the Visual Force. I'll explain you. If you forget, I will also forget. Okay, so that's about the email templates. You know that, right? What is template? A template is a blueprint, right? Or it's like a form. You can fill the values and give to anyone. The same way email templates also a just kind of the form, and so whatever the fields you are merging there, the values will be submitted when the record is created or updated. The respective values will be submitted and the email will be sent to the recipients. Okay, that's about the email template. Okay, so how many types of email templates we have? 4 types. First one is text, then one HTML using letterhead, and then custom without using letterhead, and then Visual Force. Okay, I think you understand the templates, right? Okay, next thing is a process builder. Okay, this is also very much important when we compare with the workflow. Okay, so there will be an interview question that what is the difference between workflow and process builder? Okay, so what is workflow? We know that a workflow is automated business process and we can perform only 4 types of actions, right? And the workflow will be executed when a record is created or updated, right? The same way, a process builder is also an automated business process which executes when a record is created or updated. Okay, then why do we need two kind of automated business process? Workflow is also automated business. Workflow is process builder is also automated business. Then what is the difference and what can we use? Okay, So using the workflow, there will be rule criteria, right? But you can give only one rule criteria per one workflow, right? Means if you give one condition, if that is true, then workflow will be executed and it executes whether it is time dependent actions or immediate actions, right? And then let's say I want to send one kind of email if the salary is greater than 5,000, and if salary is greater than 10,000, I need to send some different email template. Then what I have to do? Two criteria we cannot give in the workflow. Then what we have to do? If you want to go through the workflow, you have to create two workflows. One for greater than 5,000 and the for greater than 50,000. Something like this. Okay? But in that case, two workflows will be executed. Right? Both cases the condition is true. If I have given the salary as 50,000, that is greater than 5,000, greater than 50,000, so both will be executed, right? And you have the limitation of only 50 workflows, right? And that too, you can perform only field update. Means if you want to set your value to a field, you can just set your value to the field. And let's say if you have 20 fields to be updated when that workflow is executed, you cannot do that, because you have to create two workflows. There is a limitation. Only 10 field updates can be done, right? 10 field updates, 10 email alerts and 10 outbound messages, and each are 10, right? Now to overcome those kind of things, you have an automated business process called as process builder. Okay, so this process builder also is an automated business process which executes when a record is created or updated. But in workflow we can have only one condition at max. Okay, but in process builder you can have up to 10 conditions. That means one process builder is equals to 10 workflows. Okay, and then there is a small confusion in the process builder. We can have 10 criterias and 10 different actions. You can have any kind of actions. Then there what you can do is, if one condition is true, then it ignores others. And some people are saying that if what are the conditions are true, all will be executed. I'm giving you to work on that. If you give two criteria in the same manner, let's say greater than 5,000, greater than 50,000, greater than 90,000, and you have given the 1 lakh, and how many criteria will be executed. You have to verify and let me know tomorrow. Okay. So using process builder, you can perform different types of actions. In workflow, you can create a record. You can create a task only. Okay. So if you want to create automatically a record for, let's say, once university is created, if I want automatically the student should be created, it's not possible through the workflow. But in the process builder, you can create a record for any object. Okay, you can create a record for any record. And if you want to update a small field, that can be done through the workflow. But using process builder, you can update the records directly. Means if you have 100 fields in the object and you want to set a value for 100 records, then you can set through the process builder. But if you go to the field update, you have to add for each and every field and each and every field update. There is a difference. And using the field update in the workflow, you can update the same record field value or its parent if it is in the master detail. Yesterday we discussed it, right? But in the process builder, you can update the records of parent record or child records also can be updated. But in the workflow, you cannot update the child record. Okay, so these are small things. And another thing, you can submit a record for approval using the process builder, and you can call Apex. Then you can call quick actions, and you can call flows also. You can execute the flows, and there is a queue, and you can post to chatter. Okay, send notifications. Lot of actions can be performed. I will show what are the actions. Then you should not miss at least one action also when you are explaining about the process builder. Okay, the same requirement whatever the requirement it is there, the same requirements, let's execute this first through the process builder to send an email alert when the record is created. Okay, for that let me uh, deactivate the workflow. I don't want to create confusion. Okay, now create a process builder. Okay, this looks like the page like this. Even in classic version also, if you type process builder, it will give us like this. Okay, now here name of the process builder, like send welcome email to student. Okay, so here there will be an option when the record should be, when this process builder should be executed. For now, let's take it as a record changes. Then I'll explain you later the platform event invoked by another process. Okay, first thing, a record changes means when the record is created or updated. Okay, next, let's save. Now the process builder is created. Here you have to select an object. The same way, however, you are going to create the workflow. In the same way, you have to select the object for the process builder as well. Let's say student. So when the record is created, or when the record is created or edited. So there is no third evaluation criteria that when the record is created or and anytime it's edited, right? So it's in the workflow. It's not here. Okay, so if you have requirement is when you have to send an email when the condition come from false to true only, then you should go for workflow. Then process builder will not be well. Then you have to send some conditions or something that also can work through the process builder. And here the recursion allow process to evaluate the record multiple times in a single save operation. So once you save it, if you want to re-evaluate, and it will be re-evaluated up to 6 times. Okay, re-evaluate means, let's say if your value is updated in the process builder, it checks for other conditions also. Is it checking or if there are any other conditions? Okay, let me explain this first. Okay, here add criteria. So here the condition name you have to give. Okay, like student. So if you don't want any criteria, you can select third option. Or if you want formula or condition, you can use this. Okay, so here student fee greater than 5,000. Okay, saved. The condition is saved. Now you can add the actions. So and you can schedule the actions also at what time it should be executed. Okay, so once if it is scheduled, you cannot convert the lead. So there is a lead and object, and the lead can be converted into account and contact. If there are any schedule actions in the queue, the lead cannot be converted. Means even the record cannot be deleted. Okay, but I'll explain it later. Don't worry. Here, what are the actions you can add? Note down one by one. Apex, calling the Apex, create record, email alert, flows, post to chatter, then processes, quick actions, keep, send custom notifications, submit for approval, update records. Now what we need to do? We need to send an email. So you can select email alerts. Okay. So here, what is the name? Welcome email. Okay. So here student welcome email. This is the email alert you have to select. If you want to select the email alert, you should create email template and email alert as well. That's predefined, it should be. Okay. Now click save. Now let me add this. Student fees. Just testing it. Let's create another email alert. Compare with classic, lightning will be bit slow. Okay. Let me create email template. Email alert. Okay. Go to the process builder. Setup. Because you have to load it, right? On that page, the email alert will not be available until unless if you refresh that. Here, email alert. Letterhead. Activate is. Okay. So the difference between upload and process builder is once you activate it, you cannot edit the process builder. See this? This is locked. Cannot edit or you cannot add the actions. So what can you do? If I want to add one more action to this process builder, then what you have to do is you have to clone it. Okay, you have to clone it and then create new one as a separate version and try it. Let me show this. Clone as the current version, current process with different version. Okay, version of the current process. Save it. Then now here you can add, you can update the condition, whatever it is. Okay, now save it and go back to the setup, or let's say view all process. In the email alert you have two versions. Okay, This is the first version I have created. Means initially whatever I have created and activated, that's it is. And second one, I have just cloned it for modifications. If you activate the second one or whatever the latest one or whatever it is, latest or whatever it is, if you have 10 versions, if the one version is activated, then all other versions will be deactivated by default. See this? Version 1 is inactive. If you have 10 versions, if the fifth version is activated, remaining 9 will be deactivated. At a time, only one version will be in active mode. Okay, so let's see. Let's create a student. Clone it. Student fee 50,000. Same. Now let's see what the email alert will receive. See this? So this is with the first one, right? And if you observe the process builder, there are two criteria and two different actions. One is greater than 5,000 and greater than 10,000. Two conditions are true. But as you see this, if first condition is true, it executes this one, right? Cancel. Okay. So here, if the student fee is greater than 5,000, the condition is true. Then it executes these actions and it doesn't go to the down as it's saying that false. If it is true, it goes. Then if the condition is false for the student fee, if it is not greater than 5,000, then it will go to the next condition. Then it will go to the next condition. Up to that you can have 10 criteria, means 10 conditions you can have. And then here you can, there is no limit, you can add any number of actions there. Okay, so that is the difference between workflow and process builder. Okay, so there are a lot of other actions as well: create record, update record, and others also. Okay, like send notifications, submit a record for approval, and then quick actions, queue actions, or something or there. I'll explain all 11 actions later. So whenever we come across those events. Okay, so that's about the process builder basic, and then I am going to give you a work to you guys. So you have already seen that, right? So student, you have an object, right? So you have to create an object called payment. Payment object, student name is a field, master detail to student, paid fee. Let's say amount paid. Third one, payment date. Okay. Now here, okay. So as it is master detail and amount payment, means if the student wants to pay some amount, then slip has to be generated, right? That's called payment object. Okay, when the payment amount is done, let's say some 5,000 something, and student is mandatory. Now you have to validate, let's say if the student balance fee is something like 5,000. Now on payment date he is paying 6,000, and it is invalid, right? Okay, write a validation form. Validate if the paid amount, let's say you can say that paid amount is greater than balance fee. Okay, this is the first one. This is the validation rule you have to do. Okay. So let's say if paid fee is on record creation, let's say when you join you may have to pay some fees, initial fee something, right? Then if student pay some paid amount, paid fee on creation, then create a payment record. See here, you have to write the process builder on student object when the student is created, and if the paid fee is not zero and not null, then what you have to do, you have to create a payment record with student. You have to populate as student name, amount is paid amount, and payment date is that specified date today. Okay, just try that, and then update the paid fee on student if student pay the amount. Means if your payment record is created for specific student, like you are paying 6,000 something, then this 6,000 should be minus in the parent object called student, right? So that is the requirement you have to do. Okay. This is process builder you have to use. This, if you want to use, you can use workflow or process builder. Okay. Then another one is create card active on student. Fifth one is student reflect in student active status, active on payment as well. Means if the student checkbox is checked, you have to update on all payments record. If it is unchecked, it should be reflected on payments record. If it is checked, it should be reflected. Unchecked or checked, whatever it is, the same should be on the payment records. Okay. Then sixth one, payment should be done for only active students. Okay, payment should be done for only active students. Means when you are creating a payment record, then when you click on lookup icon, only active students should be displayed. This is another way. Another way is validation rule. So instead of that, you can use directly that. Okay? So that is the different tasks and you have to complete them. Let me know if you have any questions on this.